Hello, my name is Ashley. This is my current events reflection for the Olympic Games in 2016. So in 2009, a bunch of hype started happening around Brazil because not only were they going to be hosting the World Cup in 2014, but Rio would also be hosting the Olympics 2 years later in 2016. So this was viewed as an opportunity for the two events to kind of piggyback on each other. They could do a lot of the infrastructure designed to aid in hosting for both events. When Brazil lost to Germany 7-1 in the semifinal of the World Cup, it was only the beginning of the worst that was to come for the Brazilians up until now. So, as we know, the feedback from the videos indicates that a lot of these people in the poor areas of Rio did not reap the benefits of any increase in tourism that occurred following the games and following the increase in infrastructure. I don't think that it was ever designed to or intended to improve the lives of those on the bottom, unfortunately, as they shared. The transportation became more challenging. Those, obviously, who were displaced from their homes into communities that were at an unrealistic location, hours from where their lives were. I can see why, a lot of those riots were happening, not only in Rio, but in cities all over Brazil from people being displaced. I would argue that that was actually a deterrent for people seeing all that was going on in Brazil, deterring them kind of from wanting to attend the games if they were considering it. So, unfortunately, I do see it as an obvious case of gentrification, trying to show the world that Rio was this beautiful place, where I think the government should take it as an opportunity to share this is what Rio and Brazil's culture is, share what their city has to offer with the world. And I don't think that's what happened here. I think they hid what the real culture was in many cases and sort of built it up to be this beautiful city and look really nice for those tourists that were there for the games. But when the games ended, back to reality, unfortunately. And I would argue that probably those people at the bottom are not the ones benefiting from any increase in tourism that did occur then or now. Maybe jobs were created at the time in preparation for the World Cup and for the Olympics, but a lot of those were probably temporary, and as soon as the games were over, people were probably out of work again. So at the end, I think Brazil can be viewed as maybe more of an extreme case simply due to the fact that Rio at the time could not host quite so many tourists as maybe somewhere like Paris will be able to in 2024. I think they had to do a lot to hide what actually Rio looked like and try and make it look nicer for the tourists. A lot of money went into doing that, and I don't think that will have to happen as much in a place like Paris, where maybe they already have a lot of the infrastructure to be able to host not only the games, but host the amount of tourists that would be expected for the games. So you hope it can be more an example of a way for France and for Paris to share with the world, this is our culture, and the people who are visiting truly do get to see what Paris is like and the reality of it, unlike sort of what happened in Rio 2016. So that's all.